All right.
Ah,
Let me start. I'm already tongue-tied.
ah.
So, hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome. Today on the interview couch, we have a very, very special guest. We have the one, the only, daughter of Mothman, FenariMori, joining us. Please say hello and introduce yourself, Fen. Let us know who you are and what you do.
Hello. I am Bug. I showed you my bug. Please respond.
It's a
Hi,
very
I
good
am
bug.
FenariMori. I am FenariMori. I am a cryptid moth VTuber. I am a variety streamer. I am a ridiculously annoying little bug, and I will steal your couch.
You're gonna take my couch? I love this couch.
Yes.
I don't have
I
any
was gonna
children. This
say
is
I was
my
gonna
only
live in your
child.
walls.
Oh, oh, I have.
No! Okay. Now that you said it was a child, I don't want it.
Oh my god.
I don't
Uh,
want it.
oh, okay, all right. Well, I'm keeping it then. It's mine. That's my son. Okay, so basically the way this is gonna work is I have some questions here. Some are gonna be your basic bitch interview questions. Some of them are gonna be just some things that I kind of thought about. The interview may change during the course. I may add a question or take a question away, just depending on how you answer. I'm really just gonna go with the flow here. This is just sort of like a little project I'm
That
working
sounds
on.
good.
Yeah, just to kind of
I will let you
introduce.
know right now.
Mhm,
I'm very dumb. I have a single brain cell, and
I'm
if
sure.
I get a little fuddled when I'm answering the questions, it is entirely normal for me.
She's got that neurospastic brain, like me.
I'm very spicy.
But this is a very special interview for me because a lot of you probably know Fenari. She's on Twitch. She's an excellent streamer. But not only that, she's my best friend. I've known her for a long time, and I just really appreciate her doing this with me because I'm nowhere near cool enough to be friends with her now. So
Oh,
I'm
go fuck
glad that she's
yourself.
here.
Go fuck yourself. You are indeed a very cool, so shut the fuck up.
No, not really. Anyway, so the first question that I'm going to ask, it's the most basic of basic questions, but it's interesting because the answer is always different. But what was the first thing that got you into streaming?
You?
What?
Okay, let me run you back.
That can't be right.
So, had I streamed before on Twitch? No. I once upon a time would occasionally do art streams on Picarto.
Oh, yeah. See? Yeah.
It wouldn't Yeah, it wouldn't be for any purpose other than once in a blue moon, whenever I used to draw art for people, it's so they could watch me because Discord was not a thing.
Mm-mm.
Well, that was never something I was overly keen about. I didn't quite enjoy it. It wasn't like something I wanted to do. I just did it, it was fun a little bit, but not that much.
Mm.
And when it comes to streaming like this, like content creation, Twitch, VTubing, streaming, all of that, it was actually because of you.
Wait, I thought it was because of uh, the moth that you like.
Not entirely.
Oh,
While yes, Juniper is a big inspiration to
that's
me.
it.
For
I
those of
wanted
you
to
who
say
do not
Jupiter.
know, there is a lovely Moth-WOman who is a big inspiration to me. Inspiration does not always mean beginning. It is not something that started or sparked it. I have always appreciated her art and I've always appreciated her as a character. But when it comes down to just flat out streaming, it was you. You were talking about it. We would watch stuff, we would share stuff. Because at the time, me and Kohaku was roommates.
Oh my
Oh my
god, we were
god, they were
roommates.
roommates. Shut the fuck up! Same brain cell. Anyway,
I borrowed it.
yeah, you borrowed it for the evening. I remember when I was, you know, I was watching a lot of streamers, I was spending a lot of time goofing off, send you things occasionally, and I had tried to play around. I was like, I can create. There's a little thing called Vroid. I can create something. So I gave it a go, and it kept crashing.
Yeah,
I don't know why, but
I
it
do remember
hated
that.
me. So I gave
Yeah.
up immediately. I was like, okay, I'm done. I couldn't figure it out. But you know what? You
Mm.
figured it out. I don't know the difference because I thought I did everything the same. But you got it to work for you. And I was like, oh, cool. And you're like, yeah, look at all this cool stuff that I can do. And you showed me of all the cool things that you could do on Vroid.
Oh yeah.
And it fascinated me. So we sat down and started goofing off and we made little Vroid characters. And I was like, you know what? Maybe I can do something with
Of
this.
course you can. Look
Because
at
I had
you.
played around and I thought of it and I thought of the idea, but I never did anything with it because I was like,
Hmm.
but you had talked about it, I was talking about it, and it was actually you helping me get started with my Vroid model that gave me the push to actually start streaming.
I did not know that. I just
Yeah,
thought you'd. I okay. Surprise for me. I
you
did not know that.
you're the one you're the one who gave me that mental push of maybe I can do this because you helped me with something that I was struggling with, and that was, for one, getting something to start with when it comes to streaming. Because, I had played games on stream with some friends before,
Hmm.
but I never really thought about doing it myself.
Oh, I knew
But
you could.
you helping me gave me an outlet to be able to do it.
Well, I knew you'd be good
Yeah,
at it, so I definitely didn't want you to quit. But I didn't think, wow, all right, I didn't think that was
kind
it.
of where it started.
Okay, wow. Cool. All right. Well, I'm gonna go now. Interview's over. Bye.
Why?
ah, okay. Well, I'm like I said, like look at look at where you came from. Look at you now. Come on, Fanny, you can do it. Pave the way. Put your back into it. But no, seriously, look at where you are now. You. I'm glad that you stuck with it because it's turned into something that you've turned into like a career for yourself, and you can like sustain yourself. That's the dream for a lot of us when we get started, and it's like you started off thinking you couldn't do it, and like look at you, like you just your little moth wings just got all big and you flew away.
I'm doing my best.
You're doing the best. We love you. Love you. Um, okay, so another basic bitch question, but one that yeah, I think you've kind of already answered. But like, who are some of like the streamers who like really inspired you, like when you got started?
Okay, yeah, no. Definitely Juniper. Juniper
Mm,
Actius, a incredibly talented Moth Girl VTuber. Also one of the big inspirations on my appreciation of the Bug Girl agenda. Um,
mm-hmm.
beyond her, it's definitely like Shy Lily. It's a pretty basic bitch answer.
Hey,
Shy Lily, Iron
that's a good one.
Mouse.
Oh yeah,
There's a few of them. Each have their own unique reason on why they inspire me.
yeah.
So Shy Lily inspired me because of the clips that I would see, how loving and how accepting her community was.
Mm-hmm.
She literally almost shat herself on stream. No, no kidding.
I do
She
remember
nearly
that.
shit her pants on stream, and instead of giving her crap, pun intended,
Pun intended.
her community was supportive and, made funny hee-hoos, and they didn't like make her feel bad about it. They
Yeah.
were just like, hee hee poop. And the fact that she was able to cultivate a community that was understanding,
Mm-hmm.
accepting, and can find the humor in things that, let's be honest, when we're growing up, everyone faced the ew, poopy
Mm-hmm.
thing that every kid deals with.
Oh yeah.
So it causes a lot of anxiety of like, sharing just simple details about yourself. Yeah, going taking a shit. Um, so she inspired me because of the community she cultivated.
Mm-hmm.
Iron Mouse inspires me because of the dedication and hard work, especially when you're down on your luck.
Oh yeah. Yeah, she's
As
really
most
been
of us
through it.
know, Iron Mouse is unfortunately very ill. She
Mm.
has a illness that will not go away. It is something she has been, I believe she was born with, and she's going through it.
Yeah.
But regardless of the struggle, regardless of how difficult it can be, she pushes through. She
Oh
still
yeah.
finds a reason to smile, to bring joy to others, to spend time being an entertainer, and being able to do whatever she feels bring the most smiles, both to
Yeah.
herself and for her community.
She's good at it too. Like she makes me laugh, man. They both do. Shy Lily and Iron Mouse
Incredibly.
both make me laugh, man. If you can make me laugh, I'm
And
already won.
exactly. And that's something that's always really inspired me about her is the sheer dedication and hard work because that's something that I strive to do as well, is be as hardworking as I can.
You are. I've literally known you forever, and that's one thing I can say
Ba,
about
ba,
you for
ba,
sure,
ba.
is that you've always worked hard. Like the things you want, you go after it and you get it done. Like that's just you. So,
And I just do my best
and your
because
best is
I
good enough.
I
It's
know
actually
that
better than
anything
enough.
gained with no efforts, you know, if you don't work hard for it, you don't get that like sense of relief of kicking off your shoes at the end of the day.
Oh yeah.
You don't get to experience the euphoria of putting your feet in front of the freeze under the in front of the heater after you were out trudging in the snow.
Oh yeah. It's a
Like
really good
it's a
feeling.
different kind of feeling.
Yeah, especially today with, how a lot of people want like that instant gratification, or they want things to happen so quickly, or they don't really want to work for it. They just kind of want it to happen. Unfortunately, that's a
Yeah.
lot of the attitude that a lot of people have nowadays, but you got to work hard for the things you want. I've always believed that. Like you lived with me. I do all the housework before I sat down to do anything about streaming. Like it's just when you when you feel like you've put in the work, it feels so much better because it doesn't feel like work. It feels like a reward after that, you know?
Exactly.
And that's important. I think that's very important. So, and you do work hard. So, just so you know.
Yeah.
So in, speaking in the vein of like, okay, these people inspired you, you got started, has your like the way that you started streaming, for example, like the content that you wanted to do at the beginning, because you've been doing this for like 2 years almost now.
Just about.
So how has it like differed from when you started to where it is now? Are there things that have like drastically changed for you? Are there things that you've kept since the beginning? Like what are some things like content wise, lore wise, just about that this whole situation you've given yourself? Like, what are some differences between then and now?
Well, to be honest, when I first started, I fell into the trap of people pleasing.
Mm-hmm.
I fell in the trap of, oh, if you're a
12-hour
VTuber,
stream.
you shut up. Yeah, if you're streaming, you got to do incredibly long streams. If you do
Mm-hmm.
short streams, you're not doing enough.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, if you're a VTuber, you have to have an ARA redeem because it's just
Mm-hmm.
something VTubers do. Oh, you have to play in the good boy, good girl thing because that's what people do and that's how streamers get successful.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you need to have a specific layout. Oh, this is how you need to. No, bitch, no. Fuck that. I threw that shit away. In the beginning, listen, let's be honest. Yes, it's funny. Haha, ara ara. Awa awa, whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
I did not care to do it.
Yeah.
I did it because I thought, it's a VTuber thing. Everybody's got to do it. I just thought that was a thing that, every VTuber had. Well, it got to the point where I would dread that someone would redeem it.
Mm. Not worth it at
It
that
got to the
point.
point where I'm just like, ugh, I don't want to do it. I don't want someone to redeem it. And if you ever get to the point where you're not happy with something in your stream, if it does not spark joy, throw it away.
Yep. Yep.
And you know what? Nothing
Didn't spark
changed.
your joy. Yeah.
I I didn't lose people. I didn't lose a crowd. I didn't fall off because I didn't have the ara redeem.
Mm-mm.
I changed my background because I didn't need to have this kind of a background. I didn't need to do this. I changed. what I had strove to be in the beginning, because I was trying to be like, okay, so this is what you need to do to succeed. No, you succeed on your own merit.
Hmm.
You work hard. You don't have to do what everyone else does just to succeed. And I didn't like the idea of pretending to be or pretending to do something I'm not.
Yeah. A lot of
So
a lot of people see VTubers as like, they're sex symbols, or they're the love of my life, like, and it can be kind of uncomfortable
hey there,
because, like,
mommy.
yeah,
Mommy. Can I call
it's
you
like,
mommy? Can I call you daddy? No.
no. You
Like
can call
you're
me,
welcome to call me mommy, but I'm not gonna sit here and treat you like my son.
no, like, you can call me mama, but that's where I get, yeah. But
Because don't
but
get me
there's a
wrong,
there's
I
a
get
difference, you know.
yeah. Because like don't get me wrong, I get called Moth Mom all the time.
No, yeah.
And during one of the things in my stream where I run 3 minutes of ads, all right, children, it's time for the iPad. Because if I don't, Jesus fucking Christ, they start throwing a tantrum like a 3-year-old.
Hmm. I'm
But
telling you.
I stopped trying to fit into a mold,
Mm.
which wasn't even correct.
Yeah,
I
because
just
this,
assumed that was the shape I needed to take. I just
yeah,
assumed that that is what I needed to do. No, it
no,
really isn't.
no, and it's
So,
it's it's said a lot in chat, and by the people that you build in your community. They're not there. They like a nice model to look at. Who doesn't? But they're not there for the games. They're not there for the. They're there for you, and you as a person will draw the people to you that you want drawn to you. They're drawn to you because of you. And it's like, yeah, the nice model is a plus, obviously. Who doesn't like a nice model to look at? But for the most part, it's you. You're the one who does the work. You're the one who draws people in. I know people who have literally told me, yeah, the whole reason I've gotten into VTubing is because of Fen. Like, people have told me that. And it's
oh,
not because you're this big, you're not, it's not because you forced yourself into that mold of I'm going to be your mommy. It's because of the fact that you are who you are. You play the games you like to play, you have the attitude that you have, you say the things that you say. It's you. And that's a really important thing, I think, because I would rather have people come for that. Like, for me, they like me, they want to hang out with me. No matter how my model looks, I'm always going to be myself, because you can have a gorgeous model and be an absolute asshole, you know
exactly. That's
so.
that's definitely one of the biggest traps.
Oh
But
yeah.
yeah,
But that's cool. It's cool to know. See, and it's good for you too that you realize that. Like, you're like, you know what? I don't think this is for me. And then you had the courage to change that, and then look at where you are. Like, it's not science, people.
okay. I can also do a little bit better. I can tell you when the pivot happened and why the pivot happened.
When and why? Tell me everything.
All right. So there was a time, as I was streaming, that I was doing okay. I was doing pretty good. I had some goals in sight. I was getting, was inching closer to it. But then something fell, something felt off. Something fell off.
Hmm.
And I hit a really bad slump.
Yeah.
And I went, and basically I was down more than half of my viewership.
Mm.
So I hit a slump and it went down, and
I do remember that.
I could tell something was wrong, but I didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
And instead of taking a step back, I just kept pushing through, and it did not help. So stream
Hmm.
after stream, I would be at a third almost of my viewership, or like a little over a third. And that's not okay. It made me stressed. It made me feel really, really bad because I was like, I don't understand. 2 weeks ago, I was triple these numbers. What the fuck happened? And that's never a good feeling, let's be honest. But I hit a slump and I didn't know what to do. And I
Mm.
was like, I thought I'm doing everything I should. I think I'm supposed. I have everything set up. I'm doing what the people are asking. I felt like I was like, I'm fitting into the mold. Why
Yeah.
isn't it working?
Yeah.
Um, well, in the middle of the night, it was a late night for me. I couldn't sleep because I was stressed out. I ended up in a voice chat in a server
Mhm.
that had a bunch of people in it. And it was at like 3 in the morning almost. It was just before 3 in the morning. I hopped in a voice call and I was just talking to these people. And one of the people stood out.
Mhm.
Her name is Adora Bunny. Adora underscore Bunny.
Oh yeah.
Well, she was unmedicated and blunt as a fucking rock. And you know what? She told me I needed to get my shit together. She told me, if you do this, I fucking hate it. Why aren't you doing this? Where's your content? You're focusing on streaming. You're not making content. Where's
Mm.
this? Where's that? Are you enjoying this? No? Throw it the fuck away. Just fucking do this. Just fucking do what you want to do. Okay, if you do this and I'm on mobile and I'm watching and you did this, I fucking hate it. Think about the mobile viewers. Think about this, people. Think about that. Don't just think it's a one and done, a cookie cutter thing. You need to put in the work.
Mhm.
Don't just stream, make content.
Hmm.
And it was a fucking wake up call. And I realized that I was trying so hard to mimic what I thought was what VTubers, quote, air quote, VTubers should be.
Mhm.
And no, turns out I'm just lying to myself and I was making myself miserable because I also hated a lot of the things that I was doing.
Yeah.
I hated switching out my model to a scrunkly one, but that's just me personally because every time I would try to greet someone, like someone I thought was really neat, they would switch my model to this really odd looking thing, which is cute. Don't get me wrong, I
Yeah.
love it. But I'm just like, I'm trying to talk to these people.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
And I was lying to myself saying, well, other people do it. I have to do it. No, it all depends on the person, the community, and what you as a person like as well.
Mhm.
And it can change your whole personality for streaming. And if you are happy streaming, it makes a difference.
Yeah.
It truly makes a difference.
Because you're not
So,
forced, you're not forced into it. It's a lot easier to relax and be yourself and give a genuine version of yourself when you are having fun with what you do.
yeah, exactly. So, did I change from when I first started streaming to now? Oh, absolutely.
Oh
Did I
yeah, you
change
don't hold
things?
back anymore.
Yes. I threw things away that did not spark joy. And
Mhm.
you know what happened after I started being like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to do what I want to do. I'm going to change this. I'm going to change it. You know what happened?
Got better.
I got Twitch partner.
Yeah, you did.
Like, I grew.
You
I was
grew in
not
leaps
able to
and
do it
bounds.
before,
Mhm.
but I started making my stream more for me. And you know what? It worked. It made me happy, and that's the most important thing is I was comfortable doing it.
Yeah.
I was no longer dreading a redeem being redeemed. Ugh.
And that made me happy because I was there when it shifted. Like we were still very much roommates at that time, and you would come home after working your full-time job, and then you would go stream for 12 hours, and then you would be sad, and I felt bad because I couldn't do anything. All I could do was cook. That's about all I could
Oh my god.
do.
Dude, your food was amazing, shush.
Uh, but I mean, I'm glad that they were there for you and they helped pull you out of that slump because that's something I think I still struggle with, honestly, is that I keep when you try too hard to cater to everybody and it's not fun for you, you gotta do like you said and take the things that don't spark joy and throw them away and do the things that you want to do. And
Exactly.
the people who care, who matter, they'll stay. That's just how it is. But you're absolutely right about that. To throw things that don't spark joy, and I'm glad that that happened and that you got this like the new lease on your streaming life that you wanted and that you really started to take shape. And you got a freaking re-debut coming up that is very exciting. You've really settled into like who you are, and things are changing up, and it's gonna be fucking cool, man. I'm excited.
Ow, ow.
um so I asked you, hey, how's your content changed from now? Well, so what kind of content do you do? Like I have, you have your horror streamers, you have your art streamers, you have your competitive gaming streamers. Like, what kind of content do you like to do?
I'm a little bit of everything.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people label themselves as a variety streamer because they
Hmm.
don't like being tied down to one thing. And I am very
Yes.
much that. Do I enjoy playing games? Absolutely. I'm a gamer. I love games. But there are some times where, I don't want to play a game. I just want to sit and scream at my chat. I want to sit and talk about important topics. I want to sit and talk about unimportant topics. I get to sit here and give lessons. I've been able to help with streamer etiquette, which is something that took me a while to understand, but now people don't some people come in and they don't know what it is. So I can help. I can help explain.
Hmm.
Sometimes I want to sit and watch stuff. Sometimes I want to draw. Sometimes I want to just, make wax
Build
seals. I
Legos.
can do whatever I want. I can
Hmm.
Legos. I can do all that. I I do what I feel like. And I guess content creation for me is centered around variety and having a little bit of everything. Because I'm a jack of all trades, master of none.
Yes.
Because I cannot sit on one thing for too long. But on top of that, there is stuff that, I still need to work on, which content creation is one of them. I need to start working on creating content, not just streaming, but I need to work more on that. I need to do little clips. I need to do funny little videos. You'd be amazed at little TikTok voiceovers and how much people find that enjoyable, the different
Hmm.
spins that you can do. So, I guess to answer your question, a little bit of everything.
Which is good. I like a little bit of everything. Like, it's I don't think there's anything wrong with having a niche, like a thing that you prefer to do. But I think variety is a good way to get to know a lot more people, because like you have, so many people of so many different backgrounds, and they all like different things, and they enjoy different kinds of content. So it's nice to like be a person who can kind of provide a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
Keeps them coming back.
Also, it also helps because people can fall into the trap of being stuck with only one thing to do. I
Hmm.
have met many a DBD streamer where they are a DBD content creator. They mainly stream DBD.
Mm.
And you know what happened? Hi Moxie.
That was
They
perfectly timed.
they when they wanted to try something different, when they're like, "Yeah, I still like DBD, but man, Baldur's Gate looks really fucking good,
Oh, so good.
but it's a big game full of things. I should stream that." You know what happens?
Mm.
No one shows up.
Yeah.
The people, well, some people show up. I'm being exaggerating. I'm
Hmm.
exaggerating. Some people do show up. No, don't get me wrong. But the majority of the people who watch them, because they're only a DBD streamer, only want to watch DBD. That's it.
Yeah.
So, most of their viewer base is only for that one topic. The League of Legends streamers, the
Mm.
ones who only stream League of Legends, if they try something else, more than half their viewer base is gone because the people who watch that only want to watch that one thing because they found the
Yeah.
one streamer that they want to watch because the only thing they stream is that one thing.
Yeah.
And once they don't stream that one thing, they're like, okay, I'm gonna find a different streamer that streams that one thing.
Yeah. And that just kind of bothers me, man, because it's like then that's what brings the burnout, and that's what brings like the big sad, because it's like I want to stream for me, and I want to do more. Like, oh my gosh, I would love to play and stream different games. I think it would be fun and help me grow as a content creator. But then you have like all those voices saying like, "Oh, why don't you do this anymore? I thought you were this kind of streamer. Why don't you go back to this game? Oh, you're not going to play this game anymore." It's like, "Yo, if you like a certain kind of content, I would recommend finding at least 3 or 4 different people who do that kind of content, because you should give them room to grow if they want to do something else. like when I first started, I thought I was gonna be like a like Overwatch. I think I thought was gonna be my thing. No, God no.
Mm,
So I was like, no, no. But like it, you should. It's like you should give them that room to grow and change because it's no fun locking somebody in a box, especially if they happen to like other things. You know, like I'm not big on competitive games, so games like DBD and Overwatch and games like that, I'm like, if you can't watch that kind of stuff here because I won't stream it because it stresses me out. You know, I mean, what if a DVD creator is like, things change and then that stuff stresses them out now and they just don't want to do it. They get burnout. They want to change things up. I feel bad for people who feel like they can't, you know.
mm-hmm.
It's just
And
it's
it's really
it's real
difficult.
sad. Yeah, it's difficult cuz then it's like they feel like they've let their community down, but it's kind of the opposite because of the fact that they're not giving them a chance to grow, and it's like, but you can't come out and be like, you guys should be more supportive, because like it's a constant battle of like back and forth of what's the right thing to say, what's the wrong thing to say, what do I do, and it can just be really stressful.
Incredibly.
Yeah. But it's good when you can change things up though. Like I totally agree. That's why variety for
Mhm.
me is nice.
Yeah, exactly. It gives me a chance where I don't lock in to something because I,
Yeah.
I just can't. I cannot
What is
only do one thing.
just out of curiosity, because I think I know the answer, but I'm not sure. Do you have, I guess not a preferred genre, but I guess a favorite genre of games that you like to play, like things you personally are like, okay, that's my jam.
I love horror games.
Yeah, I
God, I
figured.
love horror games.
Okay.
Ugh, creepy, fuck me up.
What's
Scary, fuck
your
me up.
okay? What is your top pick for like atmospheric scary game?
Madison.
Madison. Okay, really? Okay, okay.
Madison and
Interesting.
Visage.
Wait, okay, so have you beat Madison?
Yes.
That ending gets me every time. I'm sorry, I had to derail for a second. Oh God.
No, you are a-okay. Honestly, every time okay, whenever I streamed it, I actually had to put a little disclaimer for my chat so no one would feel uncomfortable because it is a trigger warning, I'll be
Yes.
honest, for the very, very, very ending scene. But
Yes.
like the realization of just like, oh, it's
Ooh, it hits so hard. The thing is, it's like it's got a trigger warning at the end, but it hits so good. And that was a game I didn't play it, but I watched somebody play it, and that game is like really getting me to like reconsider my stance on like horror games because I'm scared to death of horror games. I really can't stand.
mhm.
You saw me play Mortuary Assistant. You came and knocked on my closet door while I was playing Mortuary Assistant and
Yep,
scared the
yep,
shit out of me. So
sure
like,
did.
but I was watching. We just went on YouTube and just kind of watched one of those like no commentary playthroughs on it, and I was like, God, this game is so fucking fascinating. And then like it got the end and that ending hit me, man. I was like, oh God, I might have to reconsider. Like if someone drops me a recommendation, oh, this game's like Madison, I might consider playing it because I was like, that one, I don't know, man, that one really got me.
Yeah. I like horror games because like in the end I know it's not gonna hurt me.
Yeah.
It's a video game and the adrenaline rush. Oh,
Mm-hmm. See, that's what I figured because I remember when you got your VR headset and you played Phasmo for like hours
oh
in VR, and you were just like it was just constant screaming, but like it was that laugh, and I was just like, oh, she's having a great time.
damn right I was. Listen, the very first time I played Phasmo VR was nightmarish, but in such a fun way. Like it was so well, it worked so well. Like I had barely played Phasmophobia, and it still kind of scared me.
Hmm.
I can play Phasmophobia without blinking now.
I love that.
But oh my god, playing in VR is a whole different beast. VR games are just there's something else.
That's gonna be a redeem for
VR
later.
horror is something else.
I yeah, I'm gonna be playing that in VR soon. I'm not looking forward to it. Not looking forward to it. Can I confess something
Yes.
to you? Because I don't think you ever caught me.
Yeah.
So sometimes when I knew that you were playing VR, I would open the door and just kind of peek in there, and I would get as close as I possibly could to you without you knowing I was there.
You're a son of a bitch!
I did it 3 different times.
Oh, you're a son of a bitch. You know, I'm not surprised. You bitch.
Listen, I had to get back at you somehow. So, for me, I realized like in recent years that inspiration can come from anywhere and it doesn't have to specifically be about the things that you're interested in. Like for example, I love anime and I really love music and I love Bob Ross paintings. Bob Ross paintings are really inspirational. But I realized through the years that like I said, what inspires you doesn't have to be like directly inspiring to what you do. So, my question for people is like what is something that inspires you like IRL? Like what is there artists that you like, music that you like? What puts you in that like creative headspace of like creation, content creation, like this is I'm ready to tackle this, let's do it sort of thing.
My friends.
Your friends? Oh.
Yeah. I don't know. It gets me so fucking riled up and like pumped up whenever I see my friend do something and they're just like, I did this and it's amazing and I'm doing great. It gets me so fucking pumped up. I was like, you know what? Bet I'm gonna fucking fuck this shit up too. Watch me.
I get inspired every time I see like how well things are going for you. Like it always seems to be at a time where I feel like, man, I should just quit. I think I'm done. It always seems to be like at that point when that thought starts to creep up that like something happens for you and I'm like, nope, fuck it. I gotta get up. I gotta get up there. I gotta keep
It's just,
going.
man, just it makes me so proud seeing what my friends accomplish and seeing what
Yeah.
my friends do.
Hmm.
So it's definitely something that inspires me to
Hmm.
keep pushing the envelope, keep thinking outside the box, and keep doing my best.
Hmm.
Because seeing them succeed makes me think, you know what? They're fucking doing it. I can
Hmm.
do it too.
For this question, this is like specifically for you as a streamer, from like I was asking earlier, like things that have changed from the start to the end. So, since you started streaming like almost 2 years ago, what is something that has become like synonymous with your channel? How did it start? Has it changed your channel? And are you for it or against it?
Hmm. You know, I'm gonna use a very prominent part. So there with every streamer, you eventually end up making the quote unquote standard streamer, insert your streamer here joke.
Hmm.
Every streamer has that one thing that haunts them. Every
Hmm.
streamer has that one thing that will follow them. Every streamer has the one thing that will always be brought up because, it's the funny little hee hoo. So for me, I ended up doing a redeem, not quite a redeem. It was essentially I drank ranch. You were there.
I had
I
to
drank
give
ranch.
that big ass bottle away. I remember.
I know. So I will use
So
that.
good. Oh,
And
that's so
it
funny.
became very, very synonymous. And I'm
Mm.
going to be flat out honest, I fucking hated it.
Mm-hmm.
At the beginning, it was funny. Ha ha hee hee. But after a while, I fucking hated it.
Took a life of its
Because
own.
I I couldn't comment on someone's stuff on Twitter without somebody saying, haha ranch,
Oh yeah,
or
that's
somebody bringing up ranch. I
that can be
couldn't
irritating.
raid into someone without someone making a raid message about ranch. I couldn't introduce myself in front of people on stream without someone saying, haha, she's a ranch tuber. Haha. I couldn't get I could not stop it.
Yep.
It
Spread
drove
like
me mad.
wildfire.
After, again, in the beginning, it was funny. Don't get me wrong, it was funny. But after a while, it's just like, guys, please.
Please,
I'm
yeah.
trying. I'm just on Twitter. I'm not even streaming. I'm saying, hey, that's a really cool model. Why are you
Yeah.
talking about ranch? And it started to really weigh on me because I felt like I couldn't escape it.
Mm,
Like, I get, it's funny, and after a while, your chat will hang on to one of the jokes. And if it's a joke that you play into a lot or that you're comfortable playing into, it fits.
hmm
But I'm gonna be honest, I got so, so tired of it. But
yeah.
it was a learning experience. You know why?
Mm,
It helped me learn to set boundaries.
yes.
So, in a way, it changed a lot about my channel because there was a point where I told chat, like, look, I'm done. I'm done. It's done. It's not funny anymore. It's over. It's not. It's like, okay, yeah, people are still gonna represent, but look, get a new joke. Shit's
hmm
boring now. It's tiring.
hmm
It's exhausting. Please stop. And I
Callbacks
said
are
that as a
fine,
hard,
but like,
yeah,
like, I
yeah.
definitely get it.
I set a hard boundary with my
hmm
chat,
hmm
and I love them because they listened.
Yeah.
Um, I will still occasionally get a throwback from someone, which I will explain this because it is one of the few times that I actually got like genuinely sad or genuinely annoyed or genuinely upset at the ranch show because even when I didn't like it and I hated it, I was like, okay, brush it off, move along.
hmm
I am re-debuting in a month from
Yep.
now, from the day that this was recorded.
hmm
I posted a teaser video
Oh
and I
no.
was so fucking proud of it. I spent days working on it, trying to edit it down, trying to make it right, trying to work on it, making sure it came
Ooh.
out good.
Wait, is it
I
that
have been
one?
working on this debut. Uh,
Sorry, I was just gonna ask, is it that one that you posted on Twitter like a couple of days ago?
yeah, the one
Shit
where it's
was
the like in the
great.
forest. So
Yeah.
I
I love
busted my
that.
ass to do it, and I was working really, really hard on it. And you know what happened?
The ranch came.
Somebody, of course, immediately followed up with saying, something something ranch joke, haha. And I'm just like, are you fucking
Mm,
kidding me? I
yeah.
am trying to take this seriously. I am trying to do my best. I am doing what I can.
hmm
And I have asked people to stop, especially on something as important as that. Like,
Yeah.
why?
Yeah.
So it was a lot, and that was one of the things that really irritated me. So that's something that has affected my channel because it made me learn how to set boundaries with people. Because you know what I did? Instead
Mm.
of ignoring it and shaking it off and pretending like I didn't see it, I messaged the person. They apologized and they took it down.
Good.
And,
Okay,
they
that's
sent
good.
their support and love afterwards and they apologized.
Yeah.
Setting boundaries is okay. So that is something that was a trend, that's something that happened during stream that caught on like wildfire. And it ended up changing my channel for the better because I was able to learn how to set boundaries when something
hmm
made me uncomfortable.
See, and that's a hard thing for a lot of streamers to learn, especially if you're just starting out and you're not used to this and you're very people pleasy and you want people to keep coming back, so you think you have to bend to their will. And everybody loves that saying, don't test chat. I'm like, no, 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 no. Chat doesn't need to test me.
Yeah.
Because you, especially if you come from like similar backgrounds as we do, where we come from backgrounds where like we're constant people pleasers. We feel like we have to do everything for everyone and we bend over backwards for people without any kind of regards to our own boundaries. And then when you finally do set them, you're gonna get two kinds of people. You're gonna get the ones with your example where they apologize and they set it straight and they genuinely care and they're like, that's my bad. Or you're gonna get people who are gonna fucking hate you for it and be like, well, it was okay before, why isn't it okay now? And it's like, just because I let it go for a little while and it was okay for a minute doesn't mean I can't change my mind.
Yeah.
You could eat spaghetti your whole life and then one day just be like, you know what, I really hate this. I don't want to eat it anymore. And that's fine. You're allowed to make those choices and those decisions and set boundaries. And if people can't respect that, that's how you know, all right, don't want to be around that person anyway. Like it's a respect thing too. If it's something that really bothers you and they respect you, they'll take that, they'll take it down and they'll apologize, which is good because I know it can be frustrating.
Oh yeah.
I gotta be honest. That ranch example is exactly why I added this question to
Yep.
this.
Yep.
I actually really love this question. This is one of my favorites. So you've been a gamer pretty much your whole life. I've known you since we were wee babies. I saw your Game Boy Advance. Like I know you played games for a long time.
Yum.
Um, so how do the games that you loved as a kid differ from games you play now? Is there a difference? Have they matured? Or like has it been the same constant thing for you? Like because when you're a kid, different things will get you into games. For me, it was like bright colors and blocky objects. That's why I ended up with Ty the Tasmanian Tiger is one of my favorites. Like so, from the time you started to where you are now, has your taste in games really changed, or has it been something that's kind of stayed consistent?
Well, it's been a little bit, I would say definitely it has changed. Um, I know for a good time, just like you, one of the things that I really loved about games is, just how fun it looked, how much fun it
Yeah,
was to play, and how hee hee haha I could go do this, I could jump, I
I'm
could
on
run.
the wagon.
Whenever you're out like the wagon, whenever you're a kid, a lot of the times the games are very much just visual stim.
Mm.
And even after it was beyond that, like I mean, of course, one of the games I will use as an example is Sonic Adventure 2.
Oh hell yeah, baby.
So that was a game that I fell in love with when I was younger, and I fell in love with it not because he fun, but I actually genuinely loved it because of certain mechanics that were in the game.
Mm.
Being able to care for the little
Oh
chows
my god, yes.
and being able like farming those little cores, bringing animals, bringing them
Hmm.
food,
Making them
making sure
look
to get them
different.
useful food, training them, teaching them to like I think that is what made simulation games such a strong impact for me.
Mm.
Because Sonic Adventure 2 is not a simulator game.
No.
There's no like, there's no food bar, there's no water bar, there's nothing like that. But taking care of these tiny little creatures kind of had a feeling of that.
Almost like The
Like I
Sims,
had
yeah.
yeah, exactly, like The Sims.
Yeah.
And I feel like that definitely sparked a appreciation for simulation games because if there's a food and water mechanic, I fucking love
You
you.
fucks with that. Yeah.
I
I
love
remember
I
watching you play
love
Long
being
Dark.
able oh my god, the long dark. Ugh. Anyway, I I fuck with it. I fuck with it hard. Oh my
Mhm.
lord, give me a food meter with like different
Ooh.
ways to get food, crafting food, cooking food, gathering food, finding food, making food, and give me a water thing where I have to like find water,
Mhm.
distill
Make
water,
water,
boil
catch
water.
rainwater.
Exactly. You give me that, I'm home. I fucking love it. Ugh, it is a time.
Oh yeah,
So
the
I definitely think that the games that I played when I was younger affected what I like when I'm older, but not in a way that you'd expect. Like you'd expect, a game like Sonic Adventure 2, it would spark, racing games because you gotta go
gotta go
fast.
fast.
Racing games or platformers or something like that.
Mhm.
No, taking care of Chow.
Yes.
That's it. That's what I wanted.
Survival
That's
of
what
the
I fucked with.
fittest.
That's what I did.
If you haven't tried Flame in the Flood yet, by the way, highly
Oh,
recommend.
girly. Absolutely.
Did you get
I've been
Okay,
there,
good.
done that. I have
Perfect.
tore that shit apart.
Good. Okay. Good, good, good. I was like, I have to tell her about this, but she doesn't know this game. It's so good. But oh my god, I have such good memories with the Long Dark. Oh,
The Long Dark was such a good game.
I need to play it. I need to buy it and play it. I miss
I
it.
would say wait until the final chapter's out.
I know you're waiting on pins and needles. We're both waiting on pins and needles because I was
Yep.
sitting there coming out of a sleep when you finished it, and I was like, wait, what? Please tell me I'm dreaming. I need to go back to bed.
I was like, I'm not. It's not finished.
I thought it
It's
was.
so
That was my bad. I was like, I thought they were done a long time ago. This game's been out forever.
good. But I
um,
would say it definitely has changed a lot, and
yeah.
I like what I like. Make me happy.
Yeah, see, and I didn't think about it that way because you're right. Like the thing I liked a lot about the Sonic Adventure 2 was is the Chow Garden. Absolutely, of course it was. And then I really liked the Spin Dash. I was a diehard Sonic kid for a long time, but it's weird because my favorite Sonic game is actually Sonic Riders. Like that's my favorite one, and that's a racing game. But I don't really care for racing games. I'm a very bad driver in racing games. You can't put me in a car in a video game. I'll crash that bitch.
Oh my no.
So I guess kind of to go along with that question, another one that I like to ask is, do you remember the first game that you played? Like that you, maybe not necessarily like the first game you ever played, but maybe the first one that like really sparked that like, wow, I really like this kind of thing.
Ooh, that's gonna be difficult trying to remember the name of it. Hold on, wait.
Oh, we're going on a journey? Was it the Dot Hat game?
No,
No? Damn, that's like the oldest one I could think of.
no, because that's not even that old.
Yeah, it was 2000s, wasn't
Oh
it?
my god. Okay, I'm going to 110% age the fuck out of
Hit
myself.
me. Hit me.
Oh my god, because this is one of the very first games I remember. And the hold on, wait. Let me look it up. Wait. Hold on, wait a second. I remember. This is so okay. I looked it up, and yeah, it's gonna age myself. Hold on, wait.
Listen,
Let me
just
see. What was
because
it?
it could have come out before you were born, though. See, like Sonic came out before either of us were born, but I played the original Sonic like years later.
Yeah. So yeah,
So
this was not something that was released. It was released after I was born.
okay, I'm dying to know.
Awesome Possum kicks Dr. Machino's butt.
What the? What is that? Wait. Awesome Possum kicks Dr. Machino's butt. It's right there. What the fuck? You played on Genesis?
I don't remember. I guess I had to have. I don't remember how I played it, but I very much remember specifically. I'm going to share an image with you, which you can include later. But
Hit
I
me. I want to see
remember
it.
specifically fighting this man. I specifically
Oh.
remember, and I remember these moments when you would be fucking judged on your knowledge. These fucking things looking
Wow.
down at you like, yeah, so what's your fucking answer, huh?
Whoa. Okay. That's
I have a
cool.
very vague recollection of this game. And
Wow.
I mean just the fringes of my memory. But I remember it well enough to know that I was glued to it. Like,
Yeah.
absolutely
Like
glued
that
to it.
feeling, like you may not necessarily remember. Like I'm that way with books sometimes. Like I'll read a book sometimes and I won't like remember all of the details about it, but I remember how I felt when I
Yeah.
read it. It's the same with some games too. Like I remember how I felt, but like I couldn't tell you heads or tails about it, but I could tell you how I felt for sure. I'm gonna keep these images, add them
Oh my
in
god.
so everyone can look at it. That's so cool.
Another early memory game I remember because I got in trouble. And it's not in trouble for the reason you're thinking. I remember it was a what is it? A fucking Resident Evil game, but it was like one or two, I don't remember. And I remember I got in trouble because I spilt milk on the PlayStation. Well, it was
Fen.
someone else's. They brought it over because they were showing us video games, and I spilt milk on his PlayStation.
Oh no.
Yep,
Oh, baby
I
Fen.
remember that. Oh boy, I remember that.
Not the milk.
Yep. So
That's
those are
so
two
funny.
early games that I have because I
Hmm.
remember playing those.
I gotta say, it's gotta be at least the first Resident Evil. Gotta be.
Probably I don't. Maybe I don't really
I
know.
don't know. I wasn't a PlayStation uh person. We were very much Nintendo growing up, so I missed a lot of cool stuff. Until they started bringing Sonic games to the GameCube, then I was like, "Oh, okay, I'm good."
I think it might have been Resident Evil 2? Question mark.
Do you remember any of the what it looks like?
Oh no, not a bit.
Nope.
I don't
Okay.
remember anything.
You just remember that you spilled milk on the PlayStation.
Yep, sure fuck did.
Proud of you. Okay. Well, since we're in a warm, a fuzzy place of remembering, recollecting, our first games and everything like that, is there a particular memory that you have tied to gaming that you look back on? Now, this could be like a personal memory of something that happened, like in your real life, or maybe something in a game that, fundamentally changed you somehow.
I I will probably Fallout 4.
I had a feeling you were gonna say
And the
that.
reason I say that
Hit me.
and the reason it changed me
Hmm.
is because it was my introduction to the Fallout series and I didn't eat for 2 days straight.
I do remember you telling me about that.
I did not eat for 2 days straight. I barely slept because I was so enraptured by this. I
Hmm.
could not look away. I was obsessed. And you know what it did? It
Hmm.
changed my appreciation for games. I ended up backtracking. I ended up going back to play Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas,
Hmm.
and now I'm even playing Fallout 1 and 2.
Yeah,
It's
Fallout Fridays.
completely changed like what I wanted to like and I never would have I never would have played older games like Fallout 1 and 2. I never would have.
Oh yeah.
If it weren't for the fact that playing that game made me fall in love with it so hard, I needed to backtrack to experience the others. And now I'm just like, okay, so old games are still pretty intuitive.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
now I'm looking at other retro games.
Oh yeah, because you were playing that one. I can't even remember what it's called, but you were out in the desert. Uh, and you had different characters you took care of, and it was really harsh. It looked a lot like the original Fallout games, and I'd never seen you play older games like that before. And I was like, what
I
is
wonder,
this?
I wonder what game is that?
It was I feel like it had a Japanese name. I think it started with a T. You had this mutant dog thing that you would sick on people, and a barefoot dude with a rifle, I think. This was a
Huh?
couple of years ago. I'm losing my damn mind. But yeah, no, it looked like an older game. The graphics looked older. They reminded me of the original Fallout games. Um, but I could be reading that whole thing wrong. But yeah, I think it's cool to have an appreciation, for the older stuff. It's kind of and I've talked about this in a different interview, but the Dragon Age series, for example, a lot of people put a lot of stock in their graphics. I gotta see the sweat coming out of that person's pores, and I have to have the 40K and the 120 whatever. A lot of people think that to have a good game. And I was just like, what about Undertale? Look at how simple that game was and how much it fundamentally changed people. The storytelling
Yeah.
that it did with that simplistic of a game style. And I was like, look at the Dragon Age series. I started with the third one and I played them backwards. I started with the third one, I played the second one, and then I played the first one. The second one's my favorite. It's not the best in terms of graphics, but in terms of story, companions, to me, that one's the best. And
Mhm.
it doesn't have the best graphics, no, but it's definitely one of my favorite games that I've ever played. I love that damn game so much.
Yeah.
But
It does
that's
it definitely has left quite a mark on a lot of people.
hmm you included, you and your broody elves.
Listen, it definitely changed my taste in men. I like the broken ones and the ones that murder a man the first chance you meet them.
Yup. I'm not gonna sell you out, I promise. Anyway,
I mean, I say the word broody and Dragon Age 2, everybody knows.
yeah, everybody knows. Everybody knows. Okay. So, my next question I would be, which I again, this is gonna be another one of your basic questions, but what do you aspire to be as a streamer? Like, I mean, I know you're already really great right now, but is there anything that you
Oh my
like
lord.
aspire to be like yourself personally as a streamer? Like, what's a goal like that you have for your future as a streamer?
I just want to keep doing what I do. I just want to keep giving a place for people to find comfort. I just want to keep giving a place where people can set down their worries for the day and just relax and just vibe and not stress. I want to be what certain videos did whenever I was growing up. Like,
Hmm.
whenever I would go through difficult times, I would watch YouTube videos. I would watch
Oh yeah.
creators who made long YouTube videos and, funny chat videos or funny little things of games playing with friends. And it really helped me out in like really dark times.
Hmm.
And I like being able to offer something the same to
Yeah.
give people a place where they can set their worries down for a while. So they can just hang out, not think of anything else, and just be.
To have a friend,
So,
you know?
yeah. So that's something I'm always going to strive for is to continue to be a safe haven for when people need somewhere to be or when people just want to have a laugh or just want to hang out or just spend time and goof off. I like being able to give back what was given to me whenever I was going through it.
Yeah, they're your little lamp lights.
Yeah, they light up my world every day.
Every day.
Um, but aside from that, if I'm going for the real conceited sounding answer, I just want to be like my friends. My
Mhm.
friends are cool. I
You're
guess like
already cool. Shut up.
listen, I would say my goal right okay, my current goal is to be as cool as my friend Lolo.
Mm.
I have a friend named Lolotus.
Hmm.
She is fucking cool as shit. I want to be like her.
You
I
hear that,
want to be like her.
Lotus?
My friends are cool as shit. I want to be like her.
Oh, you're cool as shit. You're my cool
Yeah.
friend. I hope you know that.
No, you.
You're the cool friend I want to be like.
But no, for like a slightly conceited because she has like the vibe of her stream. I'm just like, man, I would love to sit down and like watch SCP videos and go over lore. That sounds amazing.
That does sound
But I'm
fun,
too
yeah.
baby. I'm too baby to actually do it at the moment because I'm baby in the brain and my brain don't want a brain.
Brain don't want a
But
brain.
that's my goal is to be like Lodo.
Okay, well, I only got one question left, and
Okay, okay.
it is it is kind of a personal question. It can be a deep kind of question. So if you don't feel comfortable answering it, you absolutely don't have to. You can skip it,
Okay.
and we'll just prattle until we can answer the other question. But the last question I like to ask people as like my last like solid question is if you could talk to your younger self, what would you tell them about who you are and where you are now?
The joking answer is invest in Bitcoin. Anyway, and I mean that like when it was like half a dollar
Oh
for a
yeah.
whole ass Bitcoin, like
Mm.
not when it was like fucking 100, no, like 50 cents. That dude that spent like how many Bitcoin on a single pizza, trade him money for that. But other than that, honestly, it's just keep fucking going. Just keep fucking going. Push through it. Everything sucks sometimes, but then everything great the others. It's a hard road, but as long as you work hard and you don't give up and you keep fucking at it, you can go anywhere.
Even to the moon and
But
among the stars.
it would just be then just keep your head up.
No.
Be
Oh,
strong.
that's good. She's proud of you, you know.
I would like to think that if my younger self could see where I am now, I would like to think that she would think that'd be really fucking cool. And you know what? I know I would because I used to be her.
I think, yeah, you're right. I think she would too.
Yeah.
I don't think if you told us, back when we were kids that this would be like the eventuality of what you would be able to do, you would probably laugh and call yourself crazy.
Yep, they're like, yeah, no, there's no fucking way that's gonna happen.
No
No,
fucking
no
way.
way.
But here you are. I'm proud of
Ow.
you. On a personal note, I'm very proud of you. I think you've really grown um into like yourself and like learned a lot about yourself through all of this, and you know you've just become more of who you are, and I'm just really proud of you.
Do my best. And I will always continue to do my best.
Don't deflect. Every time I say that, you say I do my best. No, you're not allowed to deflect my
Because
compliments. You
it's
take them or I'm gonna
true.
beat the shit out of you.
Because
So
it's true.
it is true, and I will always tell you your best is more than enough. All right, I'm not gonna be sappy anymore. So this at the end of the interviews, I like to tell people to whore themselves out. So tell us where we can find you, what's going on. We're gonna do like a classic at the end of Hot Ones. Look at the camera and tell people where they can find you and what you're gonna be doing.
Do I have to?
Yes.
Blech,
You
blech.
have to whore
Anyways,
yourself out. It's part of the contract you
okay,
signed when you
okay,
agreed to do the interview.
okay, okay. Hello, my name is FenariMori. I am a cryptid moth VTuber variety streamer, hot mess doing her best, and you can find me on twitch.tv/FenariMori, all one word. You can also find me on Twitter, all one word. Uh, uh, I have a debut coming up. I have a
Mm-hmm.
brand new model, brand new, yes, brand new stuff. Cool new thing with an amazing model mama who is throwing her whole ass into it, and I am so excited. No, 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 no. You have no idea. She's throwing her whole ass into it. Like, there gonna be booty marks all over my fucking model. She's throwing her ass into it. It's
Stop.
it. No! I'm very excited because I have a lot of stuff planned for the future.
We're excited. And what dates for your re-debut?
June 15th.
June
As long
5th.
as everything goes well. Yippee!
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for hanging out with us, Fen. I appreciate you. Thank you for telling us a little bit about yourself. And I heard it. I'm skipping it. I heard it. But thank you so much for doing this with me. I
Yay!
really appreciate it. And if I manage to be able to do this and I can brush up on my skills, maybe we'll do this again sometime.
I fucking believe in you, and honestly, it's been a lot of fun.
I'm glad. I'm glad.
I'm excited to see how it looks.
Yeah, your little model's just doing a dance the entire time,
Yeah!
and I love it.
Yeah!
I can't wait to do the editing on it. I'm so excited. But
Yeah!
but yeah, that's all from us. We're gonna say bye bye. Bye
Bye
bye.
bye!